How is it going, Virgo? It's Raina, and this is a tarot reading from May 12th through the 18th, obviously 2018. Whoa, you got some of the heavy hitters here. Okay. Okay. So the heart of the matter is the Three of Pentacles, and this is a card of this is called the Architect's card because the person is a builder. Maybe it should be called the Carpenter's card. But it's a card of, the number 3 is a card of growth. It's a card of creation. If you think about it, and the way they describe it in my book, Tarot Plain and Simple, is that 1 + 1 = 3, talking about conception. So it's a number of creativity, but in terms of pentacles, we're talking about creative endeavors that have a practical purpose. So that's, hence talking about, building a house or building a bookcase or something. That's something that you're doing, that you're creating, but it serves a practical purpose. A poem is beautiful, but it doesn't really put food on the table. Well, it can if you sell the poem, I guess. Forget what I just said. The point being that the number 3 for Pentacles indicates there may be other people involved. So this may be like a workplace situation, maybe a workplace romance. However, it could be that you are working well with others in an office, or however you work. The challenge is the Two of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this could be like you're in an office situation, but you have a what do you call it? Like a workplace romance that went sour, but you have to work with that person. Sometimes, regardless of what suit, being Pentacles in this case, that I pick, the number 3 can relate to there being other people involved in the situation. And yeah, it's pretty wild. That is, that can be, what is causing problems for you as well, is that you are part of a lover's triangle in some cases. There may have been some kind of a situation where you were partnering up with somebody and it didn't work out, and now you're working with a whole bunch of people. The foundation of the issue is represented by the Star card, and this could be an Aquarius person who is involved. It could also be that you have a sense of hope. Maybe you were feeling dejected about a romance that didn't work out, but you're happy about this career situation because it's going really well for you. There is there's something very positive and constructive going on with your life right now, Virgo. The higher message is the Sun card, and there are many meanings for the Sun card, but the Sun card is definitely right up there with the most positive cards in the major arcana. And it connects to love, that's a big one for the Sun. it connects to children. By the way, with the Three of Pentacles, I could even see that conceiving a child or wanting to conceive a child is part of this. So that would indicate fertility, the Sun card. The Sun card is about success, healing, prosperity. So it looks to me that you have something really good going on, especially professionally, but possibly love-related. Now, this is spiritual, so it's not just about dollars and cents. I would say that as a spiritual message, if you're dealing with a love situation, especially if something has kind of run off the rails, is that the Sun card is telling you that if something is true love, it will be waiting for you, that it's not going anywhere. So if there's been some kind of like love relationship that had to maybe be kept to a minimum, maybe you have workplace requirements about an affair or a love situation, so you are kind of like not able to, or maybe the other person's working someplace else, then that will find you. There's no way that it can't. Sometimes there may be even situations involving waiting for somebody to get a divorce. And the Sun card is simply saying that love wins out over everything else. And also, you know, what I say is if someone wants to be with you, they will move heaven and earth to be with you. And that's kind of brutally honest, because there are people who feel very strongly that they have met their soulmate, that they are with the person they're supposed to be, and that person is already involved with somebody else. And, you know, that person may swear up and down that they love them, but they don't leave that situation. And sometimes it's legitimate, I feel like, especially if children are involved. But I also think that there may be definite cases where the person is not really that interested in, you know, kind of like turning their life upside down in order to be with the new person. They really have a cushy life in a lot of ways, and they don't want to upset it. They're just looking for fun. And maybe they have feelings for the other person too, but just not enough to turn their life upside down and to face, you know, the wrath of their partner or what have you, just even the disappointment of their partner. So these kind of things have to be accepted in order to move on, if that's the case. Because I think in the spiritual position, the Sun card is talking, so why can't I talk? Is saying that love, you know, wins out. And if something is really love, it's going to be there. It's not going to be, and it's going to be there full time. It's not going to be there only once in a while. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are cases where people are afraid to leave even unhappy relationships just because that's the part of their makeup, but they really are in love with another person. I'm not really saying that, but I still think that if that's what you're looking for, then you're kind of wasting your time pining away for somebody who is not willing to take that risk. The advice is the Justice card. This is about seeking fairness in a situation. And, you know, I didn't consider that you may be the one who is involved in a marriage or something like that. And in that case, you might be the one that has to kind of start the ball rolling. Maybe you've been trying to hold off on taking that next step, but you have to for whatever reason, because you know that you can't do it any longer. In certain cases, it can be that, like, perhaps you have had a troubled marriage and you tried to make it work, and this is showing that it just didn't work, it didn't take. And so you've met somebody who's given you hope, and now you're feeling much more productive in life, and just having a sense of vitality that's represented by the Sun card. But now is time to, it may be time to, finalize the past situation and kind of like move on with your life, Maybe you've just been letting it drag on too long. What's coming in is represented by the Ten of Wands. You may be very busy at work. I see, like, if this is a work situation, that you are having a lot of success. And you may be feeling tired, though. You may be feeling like you can't do it because there's too much going on. There's long hours, perhaps, or something along those lines. And the outcome is the Seven of Cups. And it's basically letting you know that you have options. If you feel like, one of those paradoxes that happens, that you are successful in your job and you get along with your coworkers, but the hours are too long and you feel like you're going to burn out, then the Seven of Cups is saying that you don't have to stay in that situation. There's no reason that you do. You may think you do because you have it in your head that you have to, but it's not necessarily the case at all. And it just involves expanding your mindset. If this is relationship oriented, you may be feeling this sense of a burden on you, weighing on you. Maybe it's a burden of having to tell your spouse everything that has happened, that you cannot do this any longer, that you want a divorce. Maybe it has to do with feeling like you're waiting for somebody else to be free. And you feel like you are the main one who's committed to this relationship. And it's starting to wear away at you, or eat away at you. With the Two of Cups in reverse, if this is a workplace situation that has gotten awkward, you may just be like trying to work very hard with the idea in your mind that you're going to get out of there because you just can't take it. Or who knows, maybe even there's some unfair situation. The Justice card may be like asking you to see if you are being treated fairly, because with the Ten of Wands, let's say it was with somebody who has a position of authority over you. They may be deliberately throwing obstacles in your way because, like, if, for instance, you left the relationship, they may be kind of like getting you back. I don't know. But anyway, you do have options. And it's the only thing is that you have to be very clear-headed when you're making decisions, because you may be acting on your desires, but not really looking at what is best for you and what is best for others who are connected to you. Okay, Virgo, I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. My website is rainandmoonastrology.com. Take care. Bye.